everyone! Great news! Spring has sprung and that can only mean one thing. It's time to update our list of the top 25 games on Nintendo Switch. That's right, we've gathered a panel of experts. No, not those guys. We've gathered a panel of experts to bring you 25 Switch games worth your time and cold hard cash. Let's take a look. In Guacamelee II, you play a hairy luchador that transforms into a chicken and platform your way across dimensions to stop your rival from getting his hands on the sacred guacamole. It's just as insane as it sounds, and it's fun as hell. Puyo Puyo Tetris. It's Tetris and Puyo Puyo, two timeless puzzle games in one convenient package. What more do you want? Yoshi's Crafted World doesn't exactly break the mold when it comes to platformers, but it does offer a charming and downright adorable take on a classic franchise. Plus, you can put Yoshi in a trash can costume. 10 out of 10! Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. Probably the most underrated game on this list, this awesome spin on the Mushroom Kingdom is part puzzler, part time trial, and full-on cute as f***. Look at his little vest. I love this guy. Warframe. In this game, you tear through giant spaceships and shoot down enemies as a space ninja. Easily one of the coolest experiences on the Switch, and it's constantly being updated and refreshed. Excellent. Fortnite. It's Fortnite. On the Switch. Come on. Dark Souls Remastered. Do you love your Switch too much? Do you live in a world where you're afraid you'll never get to chuck your handheld across the room in a fit of blind rage? Have I got the game for you? It's Dark Souls, and it's exactly as tough as everyone says it is. Seriously, why would anyone put this on a handheld? Hollow Knight. I know, another Metroidvania on Switch. But hey, this one is actually one of the best Metroidvanias of all time. With an absurd amount of paths to explore, bosses to fight, and secrets to uncover, Hollow Knight is absolutely a must-own. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Look, Pokemon Red and Blue are some of the greatest RPGs of all time, and this lovingly crafted remake takes everything awesome about the Gen 1 games and gives them a fresh coat of paint and the ability to fly around on the back of a friggin' Charizard. Hell yeah! Do you remember Advance Wars? Of course you do, that game rules! Wargroove is a lot like that game except with a medieval theme and the ability to pet dogs, and who doesn't love a good dog pet? Also, the game is very good. Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. I have zero business talking about Monster Hunter, so here's Casey DeFreitas, licensed Monster Hunter professional.
You get the best of both worlds with Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. You can play using a comfortable Pro Controller, but you can also slay its more than 100 monsters in person with friends. Plus, you can play as an adorable cat and pet alpacas.
Great, thanks Casey. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Underneath the saccharine presentation and ridiculous title of this Wii U port lies dozens of tough and clever 2D Mario levels that make for some of the best local co-op multiplayer on Switch. Plus, that Van Gogh level. Wow! Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Simply put, Tropical Freeze is one of the most innovative and challenging platformers to ever grace a Nintendo system. Plus, Funky Kong is cool in a major 90s way that kids love. Radical! Xenoblade Chronicles II. This beloved sequel is widely considered one of the best JRPGs of all time. You'll never want to leave Alres even after spending hundreds of hours exploring its huge open world. Stardew Valley. Start a farm, catch a fish, date a girl, fight a bunch of monsters in a sort of spooky cavern situation. Whatever you want to do, the world is your oyster in this mega deep farming sim. Just try not to invest too much time on your fake life. Your real friends will miss you. Probably. Diablo III Eternal Collection. All the demon slaying and skeleton bashing you can handle, plus tons of different character classes to choose from and all the DLC. Plus this wacky Ganondorf costume is pretty great. Splatoon 2 is one of those rare games that you can play for more than a year and still not be tired of it. Nintendo has done an amazing job of supporting the game post-launch with tons of additional content and tournaments. It's still a good time to be a squid. When Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle was first announced, everyone had a good hearty laugh. But then, Miyamoto himself came out on the Ubisoft stage and was like, this game is gonna rule. And he was right. It's XCOM, but set in the Mushroom Kingdom, sort of. And also, the rabbits are there, and if that's your kind of crazy, then you're in luck. Remember how hard NES games could get? Well, Celeste is a lot like that, except it's also about love and depression and a banging soundtrack. It gets really difficult, but the journey to the top is well worth it. We gave it the highest possible score for good reason. Imagine if Castlevania was randomly generated and fast as hell. That's what Dead Cells feels like. Every run is fresh and engaging, even if you die a lot. Like, a lot. Steamworld Dig 2 is a textbook example of everything a sequel should be. Bigger, smarter, and just straight up more fun. The gameplay loop is super addictive, and it stars a cute little robot with a jetpack. Mario Kart 8. You can't go wrong with Mario Kart, and MK8 is an absolute banger. The additions of online racing and old school favorites like Balloon Battle take an already excellent kart racer and make it damn near perfect. Super Mario Odyssey. The latest entry in the Mario series feels like a spiritual successor to Mario 64. And the best part? The game doesn't actually start until you roll the credits. Now, let's talk about that darker side of the moon level. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is exactly what the name implies. It's the ultimate incarnation of Nintendo's now 20-year-old brawler series. Over 1,000 characters, a 20-hour single-player campaign, and decades of Nintendo music make this an easy pick for the number 2 slot. Breath of the Wild isn't just a great Switch game, it's one of the greatest games of all time. Of all time. Essentially a reboot, this game takes everything you know and love about Zelda and completely reimagines it. Open world games simply won't be the same. We're living in a post-Zelda world, folks. Well, there you have it, 25 absolute gems. Let us know what you think of our list, and check back in October to find out where games like Link's Awakening, Cuphead, Fire Emblem Three Houses, and more end up. And of course, for all things Nintendo, stick with IGN.